Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today is going to be just a roundup of what's coming up next, what projects is coming up, and information on or update on the health issues that I've got going on right now. And I got to go in tomorrow for a endoscopy with, they're going to use ultrasound also. So this is probably going to be the last video for however long it's going to be. I don't know, a couple days maybe, I don't know. Anyway, and we got score. So let's show you the score, and then we will show you the things that I got for the shop, and then we'll go out and show you the project that's going to be coming up soon. So don't forget to have your Trump coffee this morning, and we'll get to it. Alright, so I went and got something that was desperately needed, and that is that part number for R8 goes to my mill, and it's a surface face cutter. And you guys can pause the video back here. Now I've already had this together. I just took it apart, put it back in the box just for video purposes. This is the shank, the R8 shank, and this is that part number. Pause the video. And this is the head. I've already put the blades on it, or bits, and it comes with this, and just take this bolt out. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm hoping this doesn't loosen up, but you got two notches in this and two corresponding pieces to go on it, and you just put it in there until it goes up against it. Seems like it's got an awful lot of play in it from side to side. Seems like that ought to fit a little better than that. So, but anyway, tighten that up, and then I'll re-tighten it once I get it in the mill, something to hold it. And there we have my face cutter for the mill. I got a fly cutter, but that thing ain't, it's about worthless as the tits on a boar hog. Harbor Freight. Alright, so that's the score I got for the mill. Then, as you guys remember, I got this sterret that, or caliper that shows error, and I don't know what's causing that. I've never seen that happen before, but it's spelt IRROR. So I don't know if that just means one error, but that's what it keeps doing. The light ain't blinding it. So anyway, I was going to send this back to him, but he said no, don't worry about it. He's just going to throw it away, and I basically told him that don't be throwing nothing away, send me your trash too. So I went ahead and got this one. Carl, who sent me this, was really decent about it, and I guess he felt bad. He didn't have to, but he offered to PayPal me the money to get a caliper. So that's what I did. So I searched and did a bunch of reviews and stuff like that, and as you know, I've been using this Harbor Freight, and I like the Harbor Freight one. It's never failed me. It comes on automatically, goes off automatically. My God, these things are dirty. I gotta clean them up. And I still like this one, but I wanted to get something that had bigger numbers on it. And I'll still use this one because I like it. I've never had it fail me. So I went and got an igaging, and yes, it does come with a card that tells you the serial number and the tolerances, and it's inspected. So that right there tells me that somebody's taking pride in their work. So then you get an instruction manual for an igaging easy cal fractional digital caliper, and it really looks sharp. It also uses a 2032 battery. Pause the video. 3 volt, and it's not going to go dead as fast. And this is the same battery you use in your computer for your CMOS battery. So in a pinch, if you got an old computer or something, you can pull the battery out of it because the motherboard charges it, so it's a rechargeable. Just stick it in your motherboard and charge it, and then put it back in your... I would guess that's how that would work, because if the motherboard keeps the battery charged, I would imagine it'd be the same with that. But anyway, I'm getting off key here. Alright, this one here does not come on. If you notice, this one here comes on as soon as you start moving it. Well, that's a battery draining issue. And I did like that feature, but then I realized I like it better this way. So you got to hit the on button, and then you've got your big numbers. There's no mistaking those numbers. Even a blind man can see it. So it's got the millimeters, inches, and fractions, and on and off button, and then your... Let's see how it works when we go fast with it. See there? Went right back to 0. So that's actually a good sign too. Up. So we're still back at 0. Same thing. This thing's actually precisioned pretty good. I mean, it's of good quality as far as I'm concerned. And if you look, there is no gap between these jaws right here. So it was machined really good. It's a shame that it doesn't light up, because that would be the only feature that would be great. But I like it. On the back side, it has your measurement table, and I can't see it, so I can't tell you what it says. So the battery goes in right here in the top. It just slides out, as far as I know. So it just slides out. Got a little tray. And then you slide it back in. And there you go. Alright. So now we've showed you that. And I think I'm going to like it. I may like it enough to get me another one. So, there's that. Then I had a viewer send me some more nuts and bolts of 1/4 20. And I'm not going to show that because I've already showed the stuff that I've gotten from him. It's the same stuff, just different size. But in addition to sending me that, he sent me 2 bags of hard candy. And I like hard candy. And I like this flavor of hard candy. And I like the flavor of this one. But with all the health problems I'm having with my acid reflux, that peppermint is killing me. And I sent him a message to tell him that. And he says, "Are you saying that my candy makes you sick?" Oh, I felt so bad, but that's not how I meant it. Yeah, just because I can't eat it now don't mean I can't eat it later. I got to get past this health issue right now, so please understand I was not putting it down. Trust me, I like it. It's good candy. And I'd love to be able to make that stuff myself. In fact, I would love to learn how to make butterscotch or something like that. I prefer the butterscotch over mint or menthol or whatever. But nonetheless, that's still just as good. Alright, then as you remember, I said I was going to put a skull, and I had this on my computer for the longest time, and these eyes light up with a light that I installed in the back side of it with silicone, and then silicone the wire in there. So now all I got to do is just clip these wires and run a longer wire to go to the marker lights. And I'm going to put that on the front of the trailer. So it's just, I'll have to make a plate to put it on that will recess in the wood so that I can use these screws to screw it up on there. So, and I may have just the culprit. I'll take that. And that's about the right size too. So I'll just take this and use that drilled out to fit these holes right here, or these bolts or screws in here. Mount this to the trailer after I cut a hole in the trailer, and then I'll just run conduit. Maybe, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll have a video showing how that works. So this is the piece I'm going to use. Alright, then I got the lights for the trailer, and yes, that's our next project, the lights. Now I got these for 2 reasons. One, for the trailer, and then I got the white ones, which comes with the kit. In fact, they sent me 6. It's only supposed to be 5. Oh, wait a minute. No, there is only 5 in there. Oh, these here were all bunched up and made it look like another one. So yeah, there's 5 in each one of these. And I wanted to use these for my fish tank for Jack and Jill's tank. To brighten it up inside there. So I ended up getting 2 packages because I want to use these to light up my fish tanks too. So then we got the red ones, which is the same ones I put on the garden trailer or I'm going to put on a garden trailer. So this takes care of 2 trailers and a fish tank. So nothing like multitasking, right? Alright, so these here are going to go on the trailer. I don't need the red ones because the tail lights have a marker on the side of it. So the only thing I need is 4 ambers. So we will head out there and show you what we're going to do. So now we're out here at the trailer. I'll show you what we're going to do. I haven't decided if I wanted to put how many of these I want to put, but here's the lights that I have, and we're just going to put the adhesive on it. We're going to drill 3 holes, but we'll do that in the video. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mount one right there, and I'm going to mount one right here. And these are basically to take care of 2 things. To give me light up here when I'm hooking it up at nighttime. So that'll help me have a little light up here. And then we'll come back here and I'll take a grinder and flatten that off right there so that this will go flat against it. And we're going to put one right there. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to put another one right here. So the back one already has a marker, so we don't need nothing there. So we're going to put one right there. So we're going to put, see, 8 of them all together. I've got enough. Alright, let me set you up here. Then I'm going to take and mount that plate. I don't know if I want to put it there or there. You guys tell me what you think, because we got time before I install it. So you guys tell me what you think, either there or there. Now remember, we're going to have a toolbox on here too, so we may have to put it here for the simple reason what I want to try to do is I want to build a toolbox in the front part of this little area, because it's really no good for anything else. You can't drive a tractor up any further than right here anyway. So all this is pretty much storage and waste area. So what I thought about doing was taking and cutting from here down to an angle, down all the way to the bottom of this board here, and take this board back off. So that way when I put a lid on it, it'll be down this way to let water flow off of it. You know, as it rains down on it, it'll just flow off of it instead of laying on top of it, having a flat top. So this will also give me an opportunity to put my battery box back in it. Yeah, I got my boots out here. I wanted to show them. I want to put my battery box back in here, and I want to put my winch back on it. Since now I'm going to keep it, because I was going to sell it, so I took the winch off of it. But now that I'm not going to sell it, I'm going to put the winch back on it. And the winch, as you can see, comes to right here. We're probably going to have to move that back a little bit, simply because I don't want to go any further than this spot right here with my toolbox. And I'm yelling at you guys, ain't I? So I think that'd make a nice area for a toolbox. And then I can just put metal on the inside of it I don't know, we'll have to see how that works. I'll find something. I've got refrigerator metal that might work to line the inside of this to keep it dry so that water don't come through these cracks. I don't want to have to put anything up front to coat it. May have to, just to keep water from hitting the edge of this wood, because that is the toolbox and we want it to be dry at all times. Alright, so now the wind's going to blow. So it looks like we're not going to have an option with the skull, and the eyes do light up. So now here's why I brought the boots out here. One of my subscribers asked me about these boots, and apparently he's been watching me for that long. You poor guy. You poor guy. I think it was about 2 years ago I resold the bottom of these. And I used Vibram, something like that, sole that I ordered on eBay, and I just used regular contact cement, and it's still holding together really good. Now it's got a little of a gap right there, but I don't see it necessary to mess with it until it gets worse. But I mean, think about it, it's been together for 2 years now and it's all in good shape. Got a little bit of a separation right here, and all I'll do is just take a toothpick and run some contact cement down in there, and that'll fix it. Now I fixed a bunch of other places on it right after I did this, and they're still holding fine. In fact, right there was one of them. So it's still holding good. Just got a little bit to put in here. So all in all, they held up really good. They're still holding up, and I'm still wearing them. Although they are a size bigger than what I wear. I wear a 9, 9.5. These are 10s. So, yep, I got a blue one. I hadn't noticed that. So, this is just the thing that you have to do when you put soles on. They're never as good as the factory do. So that needs to be done, and I'm glad I did this review on these so that I know to fix that. So anyway, but all in all, they're wearing really good, and they held up better than I thought. Of course, I took my knife and just cut that to make it look rugged around the edges of it. And I really like these boots. They've held up. I've had these since 2000. So I've had these for 18 years. And this is all that's wrong with it. It's just got a little velveting going on the leather. Other than that, man, they're in good shape. So there you have upcoming plans for the next project. I believe I'm going to make that lights and the skull my first project after I get done with the hospital thing. And I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with the handles yet. I wanted to make them so that they'd be useful as a way to clamp or put straps on it, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think the best thing for me to do, yeah, I still want to put handles on it, but they just won't be used handles. My luck, somebody grab a hold of it thinking it's a step or something, step on it. But I don't know how realistic that's going to be. I was looking online for casket handles. My God, them things are expensive. they must be made out of gold. But so buying casket handles is out of the question. Now if I happen to have a casket collector or funeral home that watches my channel, send me your casket handles. Send me the ones off the old ones. I don't care. Just need 6 of them. But the reason I didn't want to make them to use as a strap down holder is because these are fence boards. They're not the toughest thing in the world, and you don't want to be putting pressure on it. Now he would be coming through here about the time I was doing a video. So I don't believe that this would be solid enough to put handles on it that can be used for straps, because if you put a strap on this and you come up over here, not only is it going to put stress on that, pulling that in, because you have to have straps down pretty tight, it's going to be pulling that, and eventually it's going to break this, and the sharp edge is going to cut your strap. So for the handles to be useful for a strap down, I don't see that happening. So we're just going to try to find us some fake handles to put on it. And on the inside, since this is going to do exactly the same thing, if I put my strap in here and put it up here, it's going to cut my strap. I don't want to cut my straps. I get camouflage straps most of the time when I buy straps, so I like them and I want to keep them in good shape. And by the way, yes, I'm going to do the inside. It's just been raining for the last 2 days, so we didn't get to do nothing to the inside of this. So I'm going to have to either move these to the inside down here and bolt them down to the 2x6, because I don't want to use screws. I'll put bolts in there, nuts on the bottom side with washers, so it doesn't pull up through the wood. And then I'll make some other ones. Actually, I have these right here, and I may just do this. This is just a ring. I might do something like this, because that can be moved out of the way like that, or it can lay down. Either way you want to do it. I got one on the other side, and it would be nice to put the same thing right there and right there. So that's the plan. I also decided, I was thinking that maybe in a future project I could take I'm also going to put red marker lights here, 3 of them, one in the middle, one on each side, split the difference between this and the first light, or the middle light. Also, I want to make some boxes to go around my tail lights, for the simple reason, you hit these, they break really easy. So I'm thinking about making some boxes, and that will also hide some of this stuff, make it look a little better. So just make some tread aluminum boxes to go around it, and leave this side open. And when we do put these back on, we'll mount the tread aluminum box to this, which will start from here and go all the way to the end. But then we'll just take this and leave this box open on this end and move this light out so that this marker light is even with this. So that will bring it out and protect it and get it away from this edge at the same time. So that's the future project coming up, and some tool review or tool unboxings, and got a little bit of everything in this one. And you get a little ugliness with it. So I'm also thinking about building a new stock designing a new stock for my Benjamin Discovery rifle, air rifle. I don't know how well that's going to work. I've got some ideas with some tread aluminum, and basically I'm just going to make a new stock for my gun, take the old one off and put it aside. If I ever want to change the look, I can put it back to the other stock. Don't get me wrong, I love my stock. But I'm doing this for experimental and self-satisfaction purposes, just to see how well I can make a military looking rifle out of my Benjamin Discovery. So we'll have the sniper look, which is what I have now, and then we'll have the military look. On the next stock. Don't hold me to it, guys. It may never happen. So anyway, I hope this is enjoyable and you guys are still here with me. Well, they're awful nosy. Ain't often a car comes through here, so when your car comes through here, you pay attention. So anyway, you guys have a good one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You guys have a good one. Later.